Why most guys 25 just can't seem to get results in the gym. And it basically boils down to 3 things. And today I want to share with you exactly what these 3 things are and how you can actually overcome them, so therefore you can start seeing results in the gym and actually get lean naturally. Because it is possible. You don't need to take some gear, testosterone to see fucking results. And to be honest with you, most of the time, the people that do are just lazy and don't want to put in the work. And then they get on the steroids, they get on the gear, they get on testosterone to look the exact same. And they're like, why am I not seeing changes? This is most guys in the gym. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they rack, and that's it. That's not going to help you grow. Your first initial set, your second set, okay, cool. But your last set or your 4th set, they shouldn't look like that. And that's the first thing I want to talk about. A lot of you guys are expecting ease to lead you into the results you're trying to see. Meaning your effort is subpar, mediocre, or even below. You know, a lot of you guys are just going through the motions. And if you're just going through the motions, you're not going to see the changes that you're looking for. And it's the same thing within your own life. You know, one of the biggest things when it comes to building muscle and just building a physique that you can be proud of, you have to put a little bit of effort towards it. And I'm not saying you have to come into the gym like me 6 times a week. And I was just talking to somebody about this today. You know, if you went to the gym twice a week, you went hard and you did cycling 2 times a week, you're gonna be in a perfect position to where you're gonna build some muscle, get lean, get in shape, and you're gonna be proud of it. But if you're just coming in here and just trying, half-assing it, and here and there, and not even consistent, bro, you're literally putting yourself in the best position to just beat yourself down for why you're not there yet, when all you can do is just work on getting there. And the biggest thing I'd say, well, the first thing is push a little bit harder. If you are on rep 6 and it looks like this, bro, give me at least 6 more the same way and make sure those last 2 look like this. And I'm not saying they have to be this, which I prefer, but it could be this. And then you're done. That right there is a step above what you're already doing. That right there is pushing yourself a little bit beyond, closer and closer towards your limit. And once you do that, you're gonna break that limit sooner or later. I promise you. And here's the thing, expecting ease is not just in your training, it's in your nutrition as well too. A lot of you guys aren't even making the effort in nutrition, bro. You know, I have so many guys that I've been like, yeah, bro, just start eating cleanly, just do this and that. You're like, oh, but my girlfriend cooks for me, my mom cooks for me. And I'm like, cool, I love that. But you know the way to cook, and you know it's not helping you get towards your goals or the results you're trying to achieve. So just make it a little bit different throughout the week. Instead of eating all your meals from your mom or your girlfriend, maybe eat 3 of them. That's what I do. I eat 3, they make 3, and I find a balance in between both. So therefore, A, I can still enjoy the cooking, and B, I can still enjoy my cooking, but most importantly, get the gains that I'm looking for. But if you want change, you have to do something you've never done before. And for a lot of you, it's kind of doing things on your own. It's kind of pushing yourself on your own. It's kind of elevating yourself on your own. And a lot of you are missing that. So again, don't expect ease when it comes to your nutrition, when it comes to your fitness, and just push yourself a little bit above and beyond every single day, every single time. I promise you it makes the biggest difference. Progression in the gym comes by focusing on the little things. It's like if I'm doing, let's say, a dumbbell flat bench press, and I'd get 75s, I get them for 8. Next time, I want to beat that by 1. That's a little thing, but also it makes a huge difference. When it comes to my meals, instead of, let's say, skipping breakfast every single day, maybe I make it a protein shake. It's the little things, because I recognize that my energy levels are low by the time it's lunchtime, and that affects the way I feel throughout the day, that affects the way I think, that affects the way I do things at work. So by incorporating little activities, but most importantly, just the little things within your life that you can make a little bit better will take you a long way. You know, through all my years of training, it's never one big thing that gives me a big result. It's always the smallest things that give me the biggest results. And I'll give you an example. For the longest time, I was not seeing changes at all. My physique was subpar. To be honest with you, it was below subpar. It was fucking mediocre. It was garbage. And the only thing that made the difference was me slowing it down, because I just kept going like this until I realized that's not gonna help me grow. Really focusing on the eccentric, stretching at the bottom, and pressing through is gonna help me grow. So it's little things like that that make the biggest differences. And if you don't focus on these things, you're never gonna put yourself in a position to actually see the goals and change that you wanna see. You know, a lot of people are too into the mindset of what other people think, and then that stops them from doing their own thing. One thing I would say is do your own thing. Focus on you. I'm telling you, it's those little things that really will make the biggest difference in your life and the way that you actually feel and look. And if I'm being honest, another thing too, it's learning. You know, you have to progressively keep learning about yourself, about your strength, about how your body reacts. Meaning, for me, I know if I do 2 back-to-back upper body days, one body part is going to be weaker, or a certain exercise is going to be weaker. I'll give you an example. For today, I did incline chest press. I felt weak towards my last 2 to 3 sets because I did shoulders yesterday. So I knew to go a little bit lower in the reps because that's how my body is. Whenever my shoulders are a little bit sore, my chest is going to be weaker when it comes to the movement and the amount of weight I'm able to push, because it affects my range of motion. So you have to understand your body like that as well too. It's like my knees. I know in days that it rains, due to ACL injury in the past, I don't know why, but it just gets sore for some reason when it rains. So I don't do leg days when it rains, and I know to change it to something either hamstring dominant, or I could do back, or I could do chest, but quads I cannot do when it rains. And you might be like, that's stupid. Yes, it is, but that's how my body reacts. Can't change how my body reacts. All I have to do is adapt to it. And a lot of you are not adapting to it. A lot of you went through school, you got a little bit of injury, and you're letting that dictate your entire life. Oh, I have knee pain. Bro, you could fix that. I've had 2 fucking ACL tears, and I'm still squatting heavy. Why? Because I didn't use that as the excuse for why I couldn't get better. I use it as why I should get better, because I'm not gonna be living with this forever and be the excuse for why I shouldn't be the man I wanted to become. So focus on little things like that makes the biggest difference. I promise you, fam. It's never the big thing. It's always a small thing that you do, the small thing that's preventing you from elevating to that next level. And a lot of you guys, you know what small things you need to change within your life to get some changes. It's just a matter of how much are you willing to actually push through it and actually do it, and most importantly, sustain it over a long period of time. And I'll give you an example. A lot of you know you should start reading more. A lot of you know you should stop watching porn. But guess what? You don't. But you know if you did, it would give you a clear mindset. A lot of you don't even want to be drinking on a Friday, Saturday night, but you do it because you want to fit in. What happens if you didn't? What happens? What can happen? That's what I did. I said, what can I do if I just focus on me and what I want and not try to fit in? Just be me. Being me, authentically me, makes the biggest difference in my own life. You know, it gives me the relationships that I want. It gives me the focus that I want, the clarity that I want. So why wouldn't I do it? I'm not here to live my life for others. I'm here to live my life for myself. And then doing the little things will ensure that you do. But if you don't and you avoid it, shit, you're gonna stay the same, brother. You're gonna stay the same. And last but not least, if I'm being honest with you guys, it's the lack of consistency and the pursuit for progression, but you guys pursue perfection. Meaning you're trying to get it done within 6 months, a year, and you're trying to just be done with it. But one thing you have to understand that this is not just a temporary change you're trying to make. You're trying to make a lifestyle change. And I was talking to somebody about this earlier today through an event that I was in, and we were basically talking about how he did 75 hard, and through 75 hard, he did great, got shredded. And then the minute he stopped, he's like, oh, I could enjoy a beer. And that led him to just going right back to the old, going out to the crowd, partying again. And he lost all momentum because he was just doing it temporarily. And he was in momentum. He was in a phase where he was seeing change, but that change didn't last. And if you want permanent change within your life, within your physique, within your mindset, you have to understand that the habits and things that you're trying to cultivate now, you're trying to make them last. You're not just trying to do them temporarily. You're trying to do them now and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, so you can ultimately become that person. And when you ultimately become that person, that's when you're not even worried about consistency anymore, and you know that every day it's about you just being your best self and progressing towards your best self. And I'll give you an example. One of my clients, Nicole, she lost 173 pounds, right? The biggest change I always tell people that happened within her was not the fitness, was not the nutrition. Yes, it changed, but the biggest thing was her mindset. In the beginning, she said, I can't do this, I can't do that. And now she's literally calling me, texting me, when am I hitting the gym? When am I doing this? When am I doing that? And I'm like, damn, girl. But guess what? Her mindset changed. The way she feels about the gym changed. So therefore, the impact that she's able to have on herself changed as well too. And that's what you guys are missing. You're missing that aliveness within yourself to say, I want to pursue this and I'm going to attain this and I'm not going to stop until I get it. And the only way you could do that is by truly focusing on progression, not perfection, and just knowing that you're going to have bumps on the road, but it's how you react to those bumps on the road that's going to ultimately, well, make you or break you. But that's up to you. So focus on progression, not perfection. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today.